from tomorrow, July the 4th onwards. Our waiting area is now closed, so we have outside the shop some social distancing signs where you can wait outside. If you turn up to your appointment 5 minutes prior to your appointment, that's enough time for us to get you in for your actual appointment time. There's clear indications on every window of what's expected when you're in the salon. New measures in place. Appointment only. Book through Booksy. And you have to wear a mask if you're over the age of 10. So there's clear indication on all the windows of what's expected when you're inside. You wait outside until your barber collects you, then you'll be invited into the salon, where you'll be asked to use one of our hand sanitising stations. We've got floor mapping. And the reason we have floor mapping is so we get no client confrontation, one client leaving, another client arriving, and they have to be sort of in the same footpath. So we've got clear indication on each of our barber sections. If your barber is working on the red area, you follow the red foot mapping. The blue area, you follow the blue foot mapping. The black area, the black foot mapping. But your barber will keep you posted in which way he wants you to go. So the red foot mapping, we've got 3 barbers on the red foot mapping. We've got the black foot mapping. If you notice, we've had to take some of the sections away as well, so the barbers can socially distance as well, 2 metres apart. Each barber will have a trolley full of sanitising, barbicide, PPE, everything stored in their own trolley, so there's no communal areas or shared points for anything in the salon. Everybody's got their own everything, so there's no cross-contamination anywhere in the salon. Here you'll find a UV point. This is just for the staff to use, and it sterilises everything that the barbers use. This is the blue mapping, so we've got linen on the blue mapping. And then we've got the wet shave room used as a section in here as well, where Brad's setting up. So we've got nice social distance areas. Everything's 2 metres apart. And then you've got the black foot mapping, and this takes you into our children's barber shop. We've had to take one of the sections away, and we've put a screen and divide, so each child is sat on each section, and we've got the screen divide in there as well, and it's 1 adult per 1 child ratio. And we've got a little sanitising unit for the children to wash their hands as well. Remember, no under 10s need to wear a mask, so that's absolutely fine. Children under 10 do not have to wear a mask. So that's that area as well. Where we used to have our waiting area, we have a screen up. We used to have, anybody that knows the salon knows that we had 2 big sofas in this area. We've obviously took those away because we're not allowed to provide the waiting area now. But what we will provide is like a bit of a hub. So if you are a parent and you've got 1 child who is under the age of 13 and cannot be in the salon on their own, we've got an area where you can socially distance. So you would be asked to stand here on this side of the screen, and anybody else would stand on this side as well. And that would give you a nice social distance area with a screen in the middle. We've got 4 hand sanitising stations around the salon. We've got one here, and we have one here, and then we have one here as well, but then also one in the little one's room. We also will be giving out these to each one of our clients. And we'll give out their own little hand sanitising gels. Diane Marie, what happens with people with breathing problems or disability for masks, please? Again, this is a guideline and not everybody is able to wear a mask. We get that, so everything is done as a guide for everybody, but there is personal circumstances that we will make allowances for. So we just ask you to get in touch with the page and Facebook, or we've got our number provided on our social pages or our website. So just give us a message and we can just clarify anything that needs to be put in place if there's anybody like you can't comply to the current guide. But this is the salon guide where we do ask everybody to respect our guide, because we're only trying to keep you guys safe and our team safe, because the last thing that we want to do is to close down because somebody's caught COVID-19. We've waited 15 weeks to get back. So I think everything that we've put in place will be absolutely enough to keep everybody safe. So we do ask people to stick to the guide as close as possible. But any exceptions, just message the page and, we can make allowances, or we can put measures in place. If somebody hasn't got a mask, we've got a room here. This room could be used. It's totally isolated. We've got one barber chair in there and the door can be closed. So yeah, we can make allowances and we can make provisions for people with additional needs. Absolutely. So yeah, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Also, what I will say is when we've had our appointment system open now for the past, I would say, 6 weeks, and we've got appointments that got booked up more or less straight away. I think we were fully booked within a day, and then each day was just getting fully booked all the time. There is a lot of clients that may have went and getting the haircut or shaved it off themselves in that meantime, and they might no longer need the appointment. So can I just advise everybody to cancel their appointment if it's not needed, because our barbers are working on an appointment system, strict, no walk-ins are allowed. So you can imagine they're going to be standing for 45 minutes to an hour with nobody in the chair, and it's a long time to be standing around when there could be fitting another client in, because we've got a waiting list as well. So if you could just cancel your appointment if you no longer need it and rebook it for another time, just so we can free that space up for somebody else. If you wake up on your appointment date and you can't get in, again, please just message or cancel your appointment on Booksy, and we can cancel it and it can be offered to somebody else. And those people that are waiting, we are updating our social media posts all the time, telling people when appointments are free. So today we've had about 8 or 9 cancellations. Straight away we've put it on the social media pages, what time the appointment is, what day, and they're getting full up straight away. So if people could just be mindful that people are waiting for appointments. Some people haven't had their haircut all through the lockdown and they can't actually get in because they didn't realise our booking system was open. They didn't realise we were going to be we couldn't take walk-ins anymore. So these guys are waiting for an appointment. So if you could please just, if you don't need your appointment, cancel it. Mindful to the barber and also mindful to anybody else who's trying to get booked in. But anything, if there's when you come to the salon and if there's any problems, anything that you think that we're doing well, praise us, social media, give us a review, we're absolutely buzz off those kind of things. But if there's anything that you feel that wasn't satisfactory or you didn't feel like went your way, please just message the page. We're always willing to listen and take what you're saying on board, to work with you to get this service even better. This is brand new to us. We've never worked during a pandemic before, so all this is new. The barbers are going to be under a lot of pressure because they're working in full PPE in an environment that they're not used to. So yeah, anything at all, just message the page and we can try to sort it out and try to make your experience even better again for next time. Thank you. I'm just going to take you outside again to show you the social distancing outside for people that weren't watching. So outside we've got clear map indications. This is 2 metres apart. I know people are saying 1 metre with mitigation in place, but obviously we haven't got that out here. So we've got our 2 metre social distancing outside the shop. I mean, we've got plenty of parking outside as well. We've got the medical centre over the road where you can park, and there's a little app on the phone now where if you've booked through Booksy, there's a little button that we press on our phone saying your barber is ready for you now, and you'll get a notification on your phone when your barber. So just get out your car and then come towards the door, and your barber will collect you from the door. But again, there's loads of parking at the front of the shop, over the road in the health centre, over the road on the main road if you want to sit in your car and wait. Because unfortunately we have had to close our waiting area. You can't come in because we've had to lessen, sort of reduce the footfall into the shop at one time. So we can't provide a waiting area anymore. We can provide a waiting area for parents who've come in with the children or carers. We can provide that area, which I've already shown. But this is the social distancing outside. Our handles and everything, light switches, handles, everything will be getting cleaned. On rotation every half an hour. So this is the area that I was talking about. If you've got a child in the salon or your carer, if you don't need to be with them, we would ask you to stand over here. And this just gives you a little bit of an area protected with a screen. So there's 2 areas for that. But any questions, please just message the page, get in touch. You know, we're watching that page constantly because we know that there's a lot of people with uncertainty and unsure about generally how to behave when they come in. They don't know whether to wear masks. We will ask everybody to come in with clean, fresh, washed hair. Everybody must have their hair washed when they come and visit us in HelRazors. So that reduces risk as well. Anything else? And masks. Everybody over the age of 10 must wear a mask. Again, special circumstances where people can't wear masks, we will take everything into consideration, and we will still try to provide a service for everybody. But, you know, message the page and we can work something out, and we'll work something to suit you. The floor mapping, red, blue, black. Again, I'm just going to repeat, this is just so we don't get any confrontation. So if we've got one client walking in and one client walking out, they're not going to be able to go face to face with each other. So that's for your safety. So when your barber guides you through the floor mapping, please, if you're using the red floor mapping to come in, use the red floor mapping to come out. If you're using the blue to come in, again, the blue to come out, and the same with the black. So that just stops you from sort of coming face to face with anybody. Because obviously we're not allowed to do that at the minute. We'll have screens on, yous won't, yous will have masks on. Hi Claire, so do we wait in the queue until the barber is ready? I've got 2 appointments at once for boys, so would, 2 seconds, I'm just pressing more. One's for the boys, so I would just arrive 3:30 and then all 3 of us come in when it says. Yeah, so Claire, you've got 2 appointments, so one of your children would go on with one barber, another one would go on with the other barber, and then you would just be asked to go into the little hold area where you can stand and social distance in this area here. So that would be where you would stand, and the 2 boys would be on getting the haircut. If you wanted to nip out and do some shopping and leaving, that's absolutely fine. But because I know your boys are a little bit older, but yeah, you can come in the salon with your children. We're not asking parents to drop their children off and then stand outside. Parents can be with the children, but it's 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 parent, 1 child, 2 children, 1 parent. It's that kind of thing. If there's 2 parents and 2 children, if it's not necessary, you know, like we would try to say, you know, 1 parent to 2 children. We'd just have to keep the footfall down in here, reduce it as much as possible. I hope that helps. No bother, Claire. I hope you're well. I'm just going to take you through the children's room again. So when the children come in through here, they'll just be asked to put some hand gel on the hands. It's at their level, so we've got some hand sanitizer. We've took the 3rd section away. We'd normally have 3 sections. We've took that away, so we've just got 2 sections in there now. And there's a nice screen between them both. Danny would take cash, card, and we're doing bank transfers as well. So just whatever works for you works for us. So we're still doing cash, We're doing contactless, and we are doing bank transfers, so mobile banking. All the products that we use in HelRazors will be on sale. And don't forget to ask for your complimentary hand sanitizer if the barbers don't give you it, because they're there for everyone. There's the red floor mapping. And again, if a client can't wear a mask, or they've got special reasons why they can't wear a mask, we totally understand. These rules are a guideline for everybody, but we can look at other things to fit these people in, to make sure that everybody's getting a service, because we understand everybody needs a haircut. So, we're going to do our best to try to get all circumstances covered. So we would just use this room. We've got a room with it's our wet shave room, but we'll put one chair in, and we can just do the service in here, where you wouldn't wear a mask, and our barber would wear a mask and a screen, so that would be fine. And we can even close the door. Not that we would need to, but yeah, it's possible. See you tomorrow, Danny. Thank you. Yes, pick them up 24 hours later, Claire. They'll be sweeping the floor and they'll be tired because of all the cleaning, but yeah, you can. So yeah, we're ready for tomorrow. Again, it's going to be a little bit strange. PPE, plastic gowns. Unfortunately, we'll have to keep the door locked. The door has to be locked. It's not something we're familiar with, or even we're not looking forward to doing that, because we feel that we'll give such a personal service, and our clients are our friends now. And I feel locking that door and keeping people outside, it's putting that barrier up, but it's not forever. It's for a very short time, and it's for the customers in the shop safety, as well as our staff. We'll have to reduce the footfall in this place. So it's a must. So you would just wait outside. Like I say, the parking in the medical centre, the parking outside. If you wanted to wait in your cars, we just then drop you a text, and basically it's just the Booksy app. We just press "Barber's ready for you now," and you will get a notification on your phone saying your barber's ready. So then you would just come up to the door and stand on the social distance and markings outside. Then your barber will collect you from the door. You would be asked to sanitise your hands. If there's more than 2 people, or if there's a queue forming at this hand sanitizer, we will then direct you over to this one. And again, if there's somebody at this one, then we will direct you over to this one. If you've walked in on the blue foot mapping, we will ask you to walk out on the blue foot mapping as well. You can't hang about and chat to this one or that one. We have to sort of keep it quite precise in people leaving, because we have to control people's movement as much as possible, so they're not coming face to face with each other. All our styling products you can buy in store, so you can still buy your products. Our service is going to be exactly the same. Everything that we do is going to be exactly the same. It's just with a little additional changes along the way. PPE, which way the clients are sort of, there's no waiting area. Services is all the same. We've been told that we're allowed to do beard trims now. Just dry trim beard trims, but we're still uncertain whether we should do those yet. Again, we're just going to assess that as and when. Some barbers are comfortable doing them, some barbers aren't. But we've been told that beard trims can be done if we're wearing a shield. My son will be coming. 2 seconds, Kirsty, I just have to press more. Yes, Kirsty, absolutely. Some people won't even have the phones that book the app out. I'm totally aware that some people have used the partner's phone or the parent's phone. So he will just come to the salon 5 minutes before with his washed hair, with his mask on. If he's over the age of 10, he would stand on the foot mapping outside the shop. It goes right the way up the front of the shop. He would stand there, and then the barber would just come and collect him and invite him into the salon. So yeah, any questions, anything at all, you know, just message the page, or we've got our contact details on our website as well, which is www.HelRazors.co.uk. So yeah, any questions, you can message the HelRazors website as well, and we'll get straight back. Appointments, we're taking appointments only on Booksy. If you can download Booksy on your smart device, it's a free app. And it is basically a 24-hour online booking app, and you just look for HelRazors on there, and you can make an appointment at any time. You can cancel your appointment any time. You can pre-book your appointments as well, so if you wanted 3 appointments, or this month, one next month, and one the month after, you can do that. So that's Booksy, BOOKSY, and that app's on a smart device, and then just look for HelRazors. It's really easy to navigate once you've downloaded it onto your phone. You can also go on waiting lists as well. So if you wanted to be in, say, on Monday, but we're fully booked on Monday, you could actually go on a waiting list for the Monday, and then as soon as somebody cancels, you will get their appointment. You don't have to have that appointment. You could cancel it as well, because it might not be a time suitable, but it will give you that appointment. So it saves you checking the pages and things like that. So it's a really useful thing to have on your phone. So we'll see.